Hey, what is up? My name is Jim Barnard, and I am the head coach of Tiller Coaching. And I want to talk to you today about Tiller, and I definitely don't want to waste your time. I will make this video as short as possible. But really what I want to talk about is Carlos Sanchez. Carlos has become a real friend. I believe that you probably know and love Carlos in real ways, and I'm grateful that you're part of his community. I really am. Carlos is someone that I met, 4 or 5 years ago. I was still pretty early into my coaching career. I had worked in churches for about 10 years and left being a pastor in the church context to start this coaching ministry where I pastor people through what I call their expectation gaps. We all have hopes and expectations for marriage, parenting, career, life in general, and often reality comes in underneath that. That gap between reality and expectations, that is the expectation gap. And it is full of disappointment, dissatisfaction, and distress. And I just think that those are things we shouldn't walk alone in. And so when Carlos reached out to me about some expectation gaps that he was experiencing, I was like, yeah, man, let's go. Let's make this happen. I had no idea who this guy was. Wasn't sure if I was going to like him or not. You know, you always walk into a coaching relationship wondering, what is this going to be like? I'm sure he was wondering the same thing. But God began to do a work in that relationship, and I quickly saw someone in Carlos who really cared about the gospel, really cared about others, cared about ministry. And it's like, okay, well, like, what's your plan after you get out of the ministry, out of the military, ministry, similar words, very vastly different things, right? But he's like, I want to go into ministry, but it just seemed, challenging. It seemed like, how am I going to make that transition? He is very committed and dedicated to his church, Manna Church. Probably a lot of you know him through Manna, and I love his commitment to his church. And he was like, I want to maybe become a pastor there, but it quickly became evident that Carlos's calling was to do what I was doing, giving himself away to people that are stuck in the expectation gap, walking with people who are experiencing those 3Ds, the disappointment, the dissatisfaction, and the distress. And Carlos, even before he retired in the military, he jumped into it, was doing coaching part-time, absolutely volunteering his time. But now that he's retired, he is full-time into Tiller Coaching, and he's coaching a bunch of men, several couples, and a number of pastors. And he is doing real work to disciple people through really what is suffering. The expectation gap is just a fancy phrase for suffering. So I said I didn't want to waste your time. And all of that was just context to say, we could really use your help because we give this coaching away for free. We do not charge anyone. We call it coaching without barriers. There's no fee, there's no fear, and there's no excuses, right? And we can only control the first one. The fee is something we can take out of the scenario. The other two, well, that's up to the client, okay? But if fee's not a part of it, I think the fear and the excuses are much easier to dissipate. And that's why we give it away for free. And it's a privilege to do that. I know so many guys personally that need counseling, need coaching, need spiritual direction. But, if it's like a counselor that they're, maybe thinking about, meeting with, it's like, well, I don't know. I just don't want to pay for friendship, right? And I think that's terrible. It's not about friendship. It's about mental health. Well, we choose to give it away for the sake of spiritual health. It is a missionary model. We raise our funds to be able to give it away to people. I've got a buddy named Brandon who is going to be moving to Kenya next year. He is raising his funds to go to Kenya to give it away to them, to evangelize to them, to disciple them. He's never going to charge the Kenyans. That would be absurd. We operate in the same way. So here's the ask. Carlos could use more funding. He is not, pulling a very big paycheck. He doesn't have the most amount of needs because of, military, retirement funds and disability. But he does need his gap to be closed some, and fundraising and building a coaching ministry is challenging. It's hard to chase down, both things at the same time. And so I thought maybe I could come on and give you a little bit more context about what it is Carlos is doing and just make a direct ask on his behalf. Would you consider partnering with Carlos? He could use your help. But more importantly, those people that he is going to get to evangelize and disciple, they need it. It is the reality of giving it away and like this model of discipleship costing us, where if we all pitch in, we can make huge strides. The 6 years that I've done Tiller coaching, it's been wild. The growth and the discipline that people have entered into because of being authentic and choosing to walk with someone, it has just done wonders for a number of people. There has been real impact, and Carlos is experiencing the same thing. So if you've got questions about like, hey, Carlos, I want to know more, reach out to him. Frankly, you could reach out to me. I'd be happy to answer any questions. But truly, there has been real impact that Carlos has made by doing this. He could just use some partners along the way. I think that it's those people that have the biggest expectation gaps. They will have the best stories that they can go out and use to make disciples, because that's for all of us. The Great Commission is for all of us, and you can be a part of that by partnering with Carlos to give this away to men, couples, and pastors. So I tried to keep that short. I have a lot of passion for this, so I could talk for a long time. I appreciate you checking this out and hanging in there. Thank you for loving my boy Carlos. He's a good man, and he could use your prayers. If you can't support him financially, that's okay. But if you could support him in prayer, I know that will make a world of difference for him as well. So thank you for your time. I appreciate it. And feel free to let me know if there's anything that I can do to help, or if Carlos can do. We offer this up to everyone. That could be for you as well. All right. Hey, thanks so much. I'll see you.